We can do it. We can survive one more best of 5. One more series. Let's go. Because spawning in the top right hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the Mexican Protoss player himself representing himself. Once again, from the land of Mexico, it is Pacomike. Paquito himself. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the Colombian Zurich player himself representing Bounty Gaming. It is eGGz. So we've seen some pretty diverse play from eGGz in this matchup. Specifically, we've seen his proxy hatches, but we also saw that when he did it against Pacomike, it didn't work, and as soon as that happened in the following games of that series, he did not attempt it. He didn't attempt it. So I guess that we're going to follow that trend, especially because we don't have another drone on the map. We are going to be seeing a hatch gas pool opener. So yeah, eGGz just respecting his opponent enough, being like, hey, if I go for a proxy hatch, Pacomike's not going to let me get away with it. Like, he will be able to punish. Boy. In the meantime, there is that standard opener. Likewise, Pacomike as well. Not going for anything crazy. We're not going to be seeing a forge. I don't think I've ever seen Pacomike cannon rush. I've seen him die to cannon rushes. I've definitely seen that many times, actually. Many times. Exclamation mark YouTube in the chat. I highly recommend checking out Pacomike versus Turkey Dano for some of the shortest PvPs you've ever seen, where Turkey Dano just cannon rushes every single game, and Pacomike dies every single game. So, yeah, definitely seen that, but yeah, I haven't seen, like, there's certain things that Pacomike is not really fond of. He doesn't cannon rush. He doesn't proxy often either. I've seen him proxy before, but it's just not really, you know, it's like once, maybe a handful of times a year, you know? It's not really his MO. As we see eGGz just going for his third base. Pacomike being a little bit annoying, again, forcing these links to be made. Otherwise, you'd see a pylon block, and eGGz is able to get his third up in the end. Oh. Pacomike just gets eyes on that, just confirming that, okay, we're not going for any kind of weird 2-base all-in or anything like that. Oh, as we have a second and third gateway. Has Pacomike been watching Patty Mac? I hope so. This isn't quite the Patty Mac special, but it's lining up to be. So, the way this goes is we open up 3 gate, we go into Adepts, Glaive less Adepts, bear that in mind. Oh my god, but the 3 Lings, the wall is not a wall, the Lings are gonna get into the main base, and can he scout? Ooh. Looking at the vision here of eGGz, he saw 1 gateway. That's already a bit of a tell. Oh, as we have a 4th gate. Okay, so this is not quite the Patty Mac special. Patty would just go for 3 gates and then go for a Twilight Council from there. A Stargate. Yeah, Twilight Council and Glaives from there. Pacomike is going for 4 gates, Glaive less Adepts. Very unexpected. Could do a lot of damage. We do see that he's still going for a 3rd base though. So because we're having a 3rd, this isn't going to be all in. Yeah, and we have just a delayed Twilight Council. Interesting. I wonder if this is because he got scouted. Like, the Overlord goes in, sees everything, so eGGz already has roaches on the way. He already had a roach war, and we have lings on the way as well. We have a spine. Oh my god, eGGz is hyper preparing for this. He is terrified of a 4-gate all-in. So this is kind of working because Pacomike is actually expanding instead. He's not committed. So yeah, he's kind of getting into the mind of eGGz a little bit. Here come those Glaiveless Adepts, but again, there's more than enough to deal with it. Meanwhile, across the map, 3rd base gets scouted. This should trigger eGGz to do a couple of things. Either he goes all in, or he drones. And it looks like he's droning. We have spores being thrown down just in case. We have Lings catching these Adepts in the middle of the map before Glaives finishes. Very important. cleans up every single one of these adepts. And now eGGz can go for a counterattack and look to delay this third base. Looks like there should be more than enough to defend. The roaches will complicate things, but we have a lot of adepts because we have 4 gates. Glaives isn't done yet though, and those roaches pack a massive punch. We see the Lings closing the distance here, trying to soak up a little bit of damage, but because of how many adepts there are, yeah, eGGz is forced back a little bit. Ooh. There we go, 12 drones on the way. eGGz, he's just droning up as much as he can. He recognizes that he can't really deal too much damage here, and he's going to trigger a counterattack. Ooh. This is a scary moment. eGGz is supply blocked. He's got two overlords on the way. 3 overlords on the way. Now is not the time to be supply blocked, Papi. We're going to be losing a lot of roaches here. Biles are going to be helping out. Pacomike. Glaives finishes up in 5 seconds. But he's actually rotating over on the right-hand side. He's giving eGGz time to rebuild. Get an army. Only a little bit of time, though, as Pacomike is about to rock up towards the third base. Gonna be able to make short work of these Lings. More drones are on the way. I'm a little bit worried that there just aren't enough roaches here, but we'll see. Two queens are going to go down. Lings will get cleaned up as well. Biles are gonna be pretty good, not gonna lie, but we only have 1 Ravager, and the adepts are not stopping. They're not stopping. Oh god. Look away, Zerg players, look away as 12 drones go down. And counting. This is more than enough damage, especially because Pacomike is transitioning. Remember, he got a third base. It's literally fully saturated. We have Blink on the way to go into Blink Stalkers. We can go into our Forge. We can go into upgrades. eGGz is forced to counterattack. But there is an army at home to defend. Oof. Like, I don't blame eGGz for being here. Like, he's got to do something. He has to. He's up against the wall. But he doesn't even have speed on his roaches. He recognizes that. He's backing off. He's droning. He's expanding. He's trying to recover. But a Zerg player down 20 workers, it's not something you see too often, because typically when you see it, like, the Protoss is going to win. Like, the game is not going to last too much longer. eGGz is trying to catch up. Pacomike could get surrounded. We have Lingbane being set up towards the northern side of the map. We have a Prism set up as well to reinforce though. Oh, eGGz is going to be supply blocked a little bit here. Thankfully, that Overlord doesn't go down. Same time, Ling run by Bailey's going to be rolling in. This is a way for eGGz to come back. If he can get those connections. Up. Oh, it's not going to be happening. The hatchery goes down. 4 Banelings are not enough to take down an adept. Pacomike reacts. Honestly, a really good reaction there in the end to be able to save the majority of his workers. And yeah, eGGz, he's still trying to come back in this game. How do we come back in this game? He's got the right idea. Basically, we just have to deal some kind of economic damage. We have to go for a Baneling run by and get into the mineral line. That's really the only way to go for it. I say the only way. We like drop a lords or another way to come back, right? Again, to hinder the economy and slow it down in some way. A Ling run by that maybe kills this 4th base. Like, there's not a lot to defend here. Only a handful of stalkers. Like, it's all about that counter damage. Speaking of, Lings are being set up here on the left-hand side. At the same time, Pacomike is pushing on forward, and oh, the force fields are pretty good. Completely cutting up that army, forcing Ravager Biles on those force fields. eGGz turns around. He comes back home. Up. And he's going to have to commit here to this engagement. But now there are Archons as well to deal with the Lings. He's just got to answer to everything. There's an answer for everything as Pacomike is pushing up this ramp. Blinks on forward to get on top of the Ravagers. Biles are going to connect only on a single one of those Stalkers. And Eggs is forced to go for a massive counterattack. Ooh, a counterattack that is going to deal a lot of damage. The Lings are going to go ham in this mineral line. At the same time, Eggs is losing another base. Ooh, but Pacomike is pulling back. Is he going to turn around? There's no shield battery at the natural. The Lings, they don't commit though. Meanwhile, Pacomike has to make a choice. Does he keep going? He could take a fight. He could try and take down another base, or he could turn around. It looks like he wants to go for the fight instead. Eggs, his Lings across the map are being cleaned up. He did kill a lot of workers. He killed, I think, 16 probes. He's still behind economically. Eggs, that still wasn't enough damage. As amazing as that was, he needs more. Meanwhile, 2 more Archons are going to go down. Nice pickoffs here for Eggs. Oh god, that's a massive Zealot run by. That's a lot of Zealots. That's too many Zealots. Everything just comes together in the end. Pacomike gonna rotate around. It's gonna give Eggs a lot of time working through those rocks. Gives Eggs enough time to make some Banelings. Yo, if the Banelings get perfect connections, and if the Biles connect, and if we get a good surround, what ifs? If all that happens, maybe Eggs can hold on. Zealot's charge on forward here, but the Blinks avoid the majority of the Biles. Ling Bane gets cleaned up. And there's just a little bit too much Protoss here with the aggressive Blink on forward. This is going to be cleaned up with the defender's advantage with the reinforcements. Eggs is holding on. But at the same time, we have Zealots in the main. GG gets called, and Pacomike will take the first game. Eggs was fighting his heart out. He was trying to claw his way back in. He knew how far behind he was. But alas, it was not going to be enough. And now we're tied up 1-1 in this best of 5 grand finals. God. I know it's hot. God. Don't forget to stretch, everyone. Don't forget to stretch. Posture check. No slouching, no slouching. Try not to slouch, puppy. And yeah, now we're going to be getting ready for our second game. It's a best of 5 unless they agreed on a best of 3, but I don't think they did. I don't think they did. Well, yes, exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to try and get an eye on the run of all these players, how everyone got here, how we went. Oh, and our next map is gonna be Tropical Sacrifice. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. You can hear the beeps. Tropical Sacrifice. Very large map. Similar in a sense to Data C. Very defensive as well. Bearing in mind that last game it was Pacomike who really started turning the wheels, and yeah, the 4 gates Glaive Adepts really got a lot of damage done. They put him ahead a lot economically, and it was a lead that he held on to for the entire game. But spawning in the top right hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have the Colombian Zerg player himself. He is Teal, representing Bounty Gaming. It is Eggs. Spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have the Mexican Protoss player himself. Oh, currently teamless, representing himself, but from the land of Mexico, it is Pacomike. He is Paquito himself. Oh. Oh boy, and yeah, a little bit rough there for eGGz. He was able to scout the gateways early on, if you remember. Oh boy, but still, like, defending against those glaive adepts are always a difficult thing to do. Splitting up your army, being able to keep up with the rotations. There's a reason why it was so popular for so long. And I also want to say that again, like, this wasn't your typical standard 4-gate glaive adepts from Pacomike. He went for the 4 gates first. He delayed his Twilight Council and he delayed his glaives, which means he was able to be more aggressive earlier on, which meant that eGGz had to cut drones earlier on as well. There was kind of a lot that came into that, into how that played out. Meanwhile, so far so good. Hatchcat spool coming out from eGGz. That's what we expect to see. No proxy hatch, not anymore. Hopefully, I want him to do it once in this series. I want him to mix it up. It would be a lot of fun. Would be a lot of fun if he were to do it once again, just for us in the finals. Maybe if he has a little bit of breathing room, if he wins a game, or if he wins this game, then he can do it. We'll see. Until that happens, though, Pacomike likewise is going to be opening up as well, just going for his gate expand. We should be seeing his tech momentarily now that the cyber core is done. Wouldn't be surprised if on tropical, yeah, it's going to be a Stargate. Kind of what we expect to see. Because it's such a large map, it's a great map for air units. Ooh, does this mean that he wants to go into Sky Toss? Well, his first rally is set across the map, so this should be an Oracle first. Meanwhile, eGGz doesn't want this game to go on any longer. He goes for a very fast Roach Warren. He did not pull out of gas. 2-minute 40 Roach Warren off of 25 drones. I feel like we're not going to have too many more drones. Oh god! As the adept comes to the shade and is going to be crippling the economy that isn't even there. Like, this is pretty crucial. One drone goes down. Thankfully, it was only one drone. But like, eGGz, he's working off of very few drones because he's going for an all-in. Any worker he loses is that much more devastating just because, like, each one is that much more important for eGGz. He's not going to be rebuilding them. They will not be replaced. Meanwhile, here we go. Roaches are in production. Ling speed finishing up. So we're going to see nothing but roaches and lings flooding across the map for eGGz. Pacomike hasn't seen this yet. He hasn't seen much of anything. He's looking to go for a third base, which is exactly what eGGz wants. We have a second pylon here on the low ground. 0 shield batteries, 0 void rays, 1 oracle that's moving out. The oracle will scout the army, so thankfully Pacomike has a bit of a heads up. But even if he sees it coming, can he stop it? Oh god, the panic shield batteries. The shield batteries are on the way, but the adept goes down immediately. The wall is not going to be a wall. The roach ling is just flooding into the main base. Second adept goes down. Shield batteries are not going to finish up. We do have 2 oracles, and the oracles, they do a surprising amount of damage. You know, they can really go ham here on these roaches that will clean everything up eventually. But oh god, so many probes are dying. So many probes. And the legs don't stop coming. They don't stop coming. Thankfully, the wall is the wall. That was pretty close. So Pacomike's able to stand the tide. And you know what? Even though Pacomike lost so many workers, he is relatively even in that worker count. Oh boy. So I feel like eGGz has to break through, and it looks like he will, actually. Oh god, the overcharge is pretty clutch. We have a void ray coming in as well. eGGz trying to kill this gateway, but he doesn't get it in the end. And after all said and done, what position are we in? eGGz is back to droning. His drone count's not looking too bad. His tech is struggling a little bit, but there we go. Lair is going to be on the way, and I guess Pacomike lost enough probes where this was okay for Eggs to transition. Oh boy. Just stretching once again. Meanwhile, we do see Eggs going for a bit of a ling run right here at the third, taking down this pylon. Nicely done. Very nice. Meanwhile, the Void Ray is going in towards the third base. One Overlord going down. Can we get a second? We can get a second. Pacomike dealing some nice counter damage here. Honestly, some pretty necessary damage. Like, he can't let Eggs get away with pure droning. And he's kind of getting away with it. Ugh, the Void Ray forced to recall. Do have double adept here. Can go into one of the mineral lines as X is going into mutas. I love it. I actually really love this because Eggs is taking every single one of his gases. Because of the opener, he was able to really disrupt the initial plans of Pacomike. Muta's going to be amazing as long as Pacomike is expanding. If Pacomike is going for a 2-base all-in, mutas are not they're not what we want. Oh. Just like that. Eggs is able to delay that third base even longer, getting a kill on that probe. Meanwhile, Pacomike gonna try and rebuild and retake that. Thankfully for Eggs, Pacomike, he's taking up. He's got a Temple Archives on the way, charge, +1, gateway explosion. He's getting into charge that Archon as the Void Ray goes down. But because of the third, I don't think he wants to hit a timing. I don't think he's looking to hit with +1. As he gets a Prism. We'll see. We'll see what his plan is. Basically, the sooner he pushes out, the better. The later, the worse. Because mutas are going to take control of the skies. Mutas don't care about your charge loss. They don't care about your gateway army because they can deal so much economic damage done as well. Are going to be able to be a little bit annoying here. Actually, we have 20 more lings in production. Eggs, 64 workers. It seems to be the sweet spot here for Eggs for the time being. They're going to be enough. Can he defend against the charge lots? Oh boy, we don't have that much anti-air to be fair. 2 Archons and 2 Stalkers. One muta already going down. The mutas reveal themselves. Meanwhile, the Zealots are going ham here on the Queens. Every single Queen's going to go down. At the same time, mutas get into the mineral line here, eviscerating the mineral line of the main base of Pacomike. And this is forcing Pacomike all in. Oh boy, he's just lost so much here. The Zealots are going to get cleaned up as well. They kill all the Lings, but there's just not enough to overwhelm the Queens and the Roaches. There is not enough. The Zealots go down. At the same time, Zealots get into a mineral line, but the mutas are still going crazy across the map. The mutas with a real MVP. Pacomike keeps warping in because, again, he's all in. He has to just make sure that these Archons survive, but even if they do, mutas will clean this up. They don't care. There we go. One Archon goes down. GG gets called, and Eggs takes game number 3. Technically game number 2. Depends how you look at it. GG, well played. Eggs, with a great Ling Roach all in. Didn't kill Pacomike, but did cripple Pacomike enough where Eggs was able to drone up, take all his gases, and go into a Spire. As we saw, Pacomike did miss his window where he could have maybe hit before the Spire finished. He didn't know that there was a Spire on the way. He didn't know that he was going to be on a timer. So, very well done. Very well done. As we're going to be getting ready here for the next game. Let's go. God, I made the mistake of closing my eyes. The series itself is fun, don't get me wrong. It's just, yeah. Just had a hard time sleeping yesterday. Hard time. It's probably a mixture of that, the heat, and the lack of food. Everything, puppy, everything. And the player's ready, and the cast is ready. Now we are getting into our next game. Where Pacomike only needs uno más, one more. He's won the last 2 games. Can he win the 3rd? Can he make people some money? Good question. Alright, here we go. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Inside Now, we have the Mexican Protoss player himself representing himself. It is Pacomike. 1 game away from becoming this week's Sentimiento Latino champion. Meanwhile, spawning in the top bottom left hand corner of Inside Now, we have the Colombian Zerg player. He is teal, representing Bounty Gaming. It is eGGz. Boy, eGGz had such a great run today. He took down so many strong opponents. He took down Master, he took down Ryu, he took down Pacomike. eGGz had the hardest road to the finals. And he got here without a hitch, without too much of a hitch. Again, he lost some maps, but he didn't lose any series. But now he's struggling in the rematch against Pacomike. Again, Pacomike is a veteran player, and I thought that he would do this when he was ahead in the series. He's doing it when he's behind. eGGz has no fear. He's crazy. He's a madman. He's going for a proxy hatch. Again, he throws down 1 hatchery back at home. He is soon going to have enough here for a little bit more. He goes hatch, gas, hatch, or pool, depending if he can get this up. Oh, it looks like he'll be able to delay the natural base, but can he get it? He can. Oh, he goes for the spawning pool back at home. Okay. Because he couldn't get it straight away, he didn't want to delay any longer. Oh my god, no! Drone is gonna go down. Ugh, not the best start here for eGGz. So he's gonna be going for a delayed hatch gas pool, but with his excess minerals, he should be going for a 3rd. Where's the drone? Am I missing some? Am I missing something? No. Okay. He's not going for a faster 3rd. He's gonna be saving up for his queens. Okay, interesting. So a different variation here. So very quickly, eGGz is pivoting away from the initial plan to proxy hatch, just because it didn't work out in the end. And this will put him slightly behind compared to a normal hatch gas pool. But only slightly. It's okay. It's okay, puppy. It's okay. Oh, meanwhile, we just see a Stargate across the map here for Pacomike. Stargate opener, pretty standard. It's what we expect to see here. But Pacomike hasn't gone Oracle into Blink Stalkers. He hasn't gone for the hero style yet. Is inside and out the map to do it on. I mean, we do have a nice cliff going into the main base, don't get me wrong, but the first attempt is across the map. We're going to try and deal some damage. Doesn't get into the mineral line, just going to be trading here against these lings. Does manage to shade away in the end, and we are not seeing a Void Ray first. Tis on Oracle. Let's go. Are we going to see him go for a Twilight Council after this? I hope so. I want him to. I want the Blink style. I want the hero style. It's always so much fun to watch, so much fun to cast. It can be very snowbally, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Second Adept shows up across the map. So now with the power of 2, we can one-shot some drones. We're going to be shading in towards the main base. And we are not going to be committing. Nicely done here by eGGz, keeping up with said shade. Is going to be droning to his heart's content. Does have Ling speed and is going for his Roach Warren at a standard time here. 4-minute Roach Warren is typically what we want here as a safety Roach Warren. Meanwhile, we were cutting some corners. The Oracle gets 4 drone kills. Despite the fact that this was scattered, by the way, eGGz doesn't have any spores. Still doesn't have any spores. And if we had additional Oracles, we'd be in a lot of trouble. Thankfully, second Oracle was back at home, protecting that third. I said protecting the... There we go. I was like, protecting the third. There we go. He's going to be able to clean up all these things. At the same time, the Adepts shade in once again. Oh my god, 4, 5 drones going down. Can we get a 6? No. But again, 5 drones to 2 Adepts is honestly great damage. Once again, Pacomike takes a lead in the worker count, forces eGGz to go for a counterattack with the lings that he was forced to make. Pull it off. Okay, I mean, because the shield battery spent a lot of energy earlier, there isn't enough here to keep this Adept alive, but with the overcharge, the pylon survives anyway. Once again, eGGz doesn't get the damage that he's looking for. He wants it. He wants it so bad. He's just not getting it. Meanwhile, Evo Chamber gets thrown down. I imagine for +1 melee, again, we're getting into a relatively more standard game. The Ling run-bys, the consistent Ling run-bys are honestly slowly paying for themselves. Once again, another couple of probes are going to be going down. Another pylon is going to be cancelled as well. Pacomike being punished for just not keeping his oracles at home. Just keep them at home, papi. That's all you have to do. There we go. Finally forced to activate our pulsar beam. So because of all this Ling aggression, was able to give eGGz some breathing room to catch up in the drones. He's still not where he wants to be. He still wants to be ahead in the worker count. But this is something, and at least he's able to somewhat catch up. The other interesting thing is that we do see 2 more gases being taken here from the side of eGGz. So 5 gases in total. It's a lot of gas. Also, we didn't have +1 melee, we had +1 range, so eGGz wants to commit to Roach Ravager instead. Interesting choice. Meanwhile, the one queen is off of creep. It is going to get picked off here by the oracles. Not too much else, but 1 queen isn't bad damage. Not bad. And I want to see, when does eGGz stop droning? eGGz is up to 63 workers, maybe 66 max here for eGGz. He's going to be making nothing but lings and roaches from here on forward. At the same time, though, Pacomike is going for his own pressure at this fort. I feel like Pacomike shouldn't really find too much success here. We see the roaches responding in kind. Ooh, queen survives. Yeah, the hatchery is going to be able to get up and running. And eGGz even double expands. Now he's going to make a choice. I'm still waiting for the moment. eGGz is still at 62 workers. Is he going to drone? Is he going to saturate his fresh base? Or is he only going to use it for larva? His army supply count is getting higher and higher. He's a little bit supply blocked, but the overlords are about to finish up as well. And at this point, I feel like it has to be just nothing but Ling Roach Rav. And that is exactly what we are getting. eGGz just opening up another attack path. Going to be hitting this 4th base. There's nothing in to defend. eGGz very easily is going to force a cancel. At the same time, eGGz is going to be losing his own 4th. But I feel like this 4th is just a little bit more important to the Protoss. Oh my god, this is not the first time this series where Pacomike just doesn't have a shield battery at his natural. He refuses to make the shield battery. The cyber core is being focused out. We can only warp in charge lots to defend. Boy, and eGGz is making his way into the natural base. Can he get any economic damage done though? That's going to be the big question. Roaches and lings are being cleaned up. Roaches, they commit, they go all the way into the main. Is this worth it? He did kill the 4th, and we do have another force here at the 3rd base. Yeah, this is totally 100 giga worth it here for eGGz. Pacomike just doesn't have enough to defend against this. He has some Blink Stalkers, which is great and all. but he didn't have enough vision on the map. He hasn't seen all these pushes. He hasn't seen all these rotations. He gets caught out of position and off guard every single time. And the retrogression just doesn't stop. And to be fair, there is a little bit of diminishing returns here, I feel. A little bit. And this should force Pacomike to counterattack once he cleans everything up. Looking at the unit side, what do we have? We have 19 Stalkers and 9 Zealots against 20 Lings and 6 Roaches. Pacomike's army is scarier. It is stronger, don't get us wrong. We have a couple of High Templar for Archons as well. But is Pacomike just gonna turtle? Please don't do it, Puppy, don't do it. We don't want to see the turtling. But here we go. Pretty formidable army. Looking at the unit side, we don't have a prism. Ling Run by is being set up. We have oracles to defend, at least. Pacomike is going to react though. Up! Okay, there we go. Oracles are going to turn around and clean this up, but not without losing the entire mineral line. Here we go. Pacomike is all in. He has to end the game with what he has. And he doesn't have a bad army, don't get me wrong. Ling's not in position to defend, but there isn't a lot to protect these Stalkers. The Stalkers are on the front line. GG gets called. And eGGz, El Huevito, takes it to the ace match. GG. Oh. Very nicely done there by eGGz. Just working up towards that massive Ling Roach push. And pulling apart his opponent. Also, Pacomike being a little bit neglectful of some of his static defense and of his scouting. I say scouting, mainly his map awareness is something he was lacking a lot. He didn't see the army coming towards his 4th base until it was at his 4th base. Yeah, because of that, he just wasn't ready with static defense in his other bases, wasn't ready with his army. He was too busy teching up and probing up. Oh. GG. GG, well played. And now we have our final game of the night. Game 5, best of 5. Let's go. What's the final map going to be? I think it's... I don't think it's going to be Waterfall. It's going to be either Waterfall or... Because Moondance was vetoed. Stargazers was vetoed. It's going to be Waterfall or... What's the other one? Not Cosmic. No, Cosmic, yeah, right? We haven't played Cosmic, have we? Can't remember. I can't remember. I think we played Data C and Tropical. And Inside and Out. We'll see. We'll get confirmation. We'll get there. Not gonna lie, I'm actually lightheaded. After this game, I may just I'm definitely going back to I may like take some meds actually and then go to bed. Oh boy. We'll see what our plan is after this. Meanwhile, we're just waiting for our players to pick and choose what map they want. We shall see. Shall see. Oh wait. Wait, am I tripping? Am I crazy? Was that it? Am I crazy? Wait, no, yeah, eGGz was up 1-0 to begin with. And then we tied it up 1-1. And then we just had our game on Inside and Out. Am I crazy? Did I misrepresent the scores? Oh, never mind. My bad. GG. Sorry, that was a 3-1. That's my mistake. What? How did I miss that? Am I that Is my brain that dead right now? Oh my god, GG, well played. Eggs takes it. Yeah, sorry. I thought it was Pacomike up 2-1. But yeah, sorry. I guess not. Yeah, my mistake. My mistake. God. GG, well played, well played. Look, sorry, I apologize for the scuffed cast. The stream went down earlier, and yeah, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired, Papi. So I apologize. For, I guess, showing the wrong score on the screen. Maybe I did forget that Eggs was up 1-0 to begin with. My bad. But yeah, GG, well played. And Eggs takes the series and takes the tournament 3-1. Oh my god, I can't even right now. I can't even. So yes, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I clearly need to get some rest. But yeah, I appreciate it. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. And again, if you want to support Sentimiento Latino, support OSC Esports. They do kind of run the tournament series. They don't just sponsor Sentimiento Latino, but they also sponsor the OSC Masters Cup and OSC King of the Hill. They do a lot for StarCraft, so consider checking them out on social media and supporting them as an organization. They don't stream, they don't like cast or anything like that, but they do run tournaments, a lot of tournaments, and they do a lot for the scene. So yeah, massive shout out to OSC. I believe they're in game. Their logos are about. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching the stream itself. Again, I apologize for the stream going down halfway through. Was a I think around a 4-hour cast. Oh my god. Yeah, 4 hours, Jesus. But the stream did die halfway through, so we had to remake and rebuild, so I apologize for that. You know, hashtag Australian internet, it happens. And yeah, we're gonna be heading off here for the night. Normally we cast World Team League in the evening, but at the moment Kuro isn't available. She's out for the next couple of days, so we will not be hosting World Team League tonight. World Team League will be tomorrow instead. So yeah, only one broadcast for the day, as opposed to the usual 2. Which means that I'm probably going to be streaming later on. Fingers crossed. Today, for those who don't know, today is my birthday, so I was gonna have a bit of a birthday stream, but I also didn't realize how out of it I am right now. So I'm gonna be getting some rest first, and then we'll see where things go. Definitely have some plans for what to do for the birthday stream, but nothing is really set in stone, so I'll figure out what to do for it. Yeah. So look forward to that. I don't want it to just be like a boring ladder session. I do plan to ladder a little bit, but hopefully we can do some other stuff as well for that birthday stream. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll figure it out. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the support as well. God damn it, we're about to finish up. Thanks Eggs for the raid. Eggs is our champion, of course, for Sentimiento Latino. I should probably do the payouts as well. There we go, beautiful. Oh, Eggs is the champion. And thank you. He was streaming his own POV, so give him plenty of love and support over on his own Twitch channel. He streams a lot, and his English isn't bad either. It's not bad. Meanwhile, we are gonna give someone a raid. Who is streaming right now? That is the question. Oh, it looks like we got options. We got Babylings, we got Dave Testa. I think Shu was streaming earlier, but I think she ended her stream. One Leaf as well. But Babylings is a great friend of the channel, so we'll give her some support. We'll give her some love. And yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, Commodore. Hello. So thank you so much for the support, and we will see you guys next time. Ciao. Ciao. Bye.